Okay, welcome back to the Bobble Head tutorial. So where we left off last time, we isolated our head, we carved out the inside, we did our base. So right now, we need to add our spring, which will give the Bobble Head its movement, right? So you can see, we've got a Bobble Head. Now, you could use a normal spring. Let me just hold this closer to this so you can see. In this case, I'm going to show you how to 3D print your own string based on a file we will already give you. The main thing we need to worry about is getting the spring to fit with the Bobble Head. So let's start off by importing our file. So I'm going to choose a file like we did in the first video. Your teacher will provide the spring for you. Here is the one I'm going to use. So you won't be forced to design your own spring for time consideration, but as we wait for this to load, what we need to do is we need to see the size of our spring. So this one is, we need to figure out the height and the width. So the height in this case is 44 millimeters, that's 4.4 centimeters. The width is 1.4, let's say 1.5 centimeters. And we can adjust the height, but it will affect how the spring will behave. Okay, it's not like we can add any tread, so how we play with the height will affect our movement. So first thing we need to do is, we know that the width and the height is 1450 by 1450 millimeters, so we need to make a housing for our spring right here on our base. We're going to start, you can see the base is not an even surface, it slants down. So we'll start by grabbing a cylinder. We will change the width to something slightly bigger. I'm going to make it 16 by 16. And I'm going to place that on top so there's a little bit of a leak. And we're not going to use the center tool because our base is going to, the aligning tool, because our base is going to be a little bit off center. And I'm going to drop it down a little bit so I don't see too much of it. And that is going to make a nice little starting point for building our base. Then we're going to grab a second cylinder. And this one is going to be the same width as our spring. So our spring can slot into the hole nice and easily. I will drag it up. You don't need too much. Let's check the height from the side. I think that's good enough. Let's see. And this time I will select both cylinders, and in this case I can use my alignment tool. I'll group it and then move it again. So we have our housing for our spring. Okay, I think I'm pretty happy with that. Let's look at it from the top. Remember, in this case, you're going to try and use your eyes as much as possible. The alternative is you can ungroup this. So ungroup everything, and you can use the alignment tool on the body of your Bobble Head. So that looks good to me, and then we'll just group it again. Okay, good. So let's check if our spring will fit in. perfect to me. Now we're gonna deal with something a little bit more complicated. We need to make it so that our bobble head positions over our body. Now we don't want to put it right up against the body like this, because then it won't have space to bobble around. It's going to knock here, and it won't bobble enough. So I'm going to give it a bit of a gap. I'm happy with that. And I'm going to move it a little bit. Now I also want you to look at how it's tilting. So I'm going to, in this case, I'm going to tilt it back a little bit. Let's change my snap, switch my snap off. Okay. If you can't get precise, we can also use our numbers on our pad like that. That looks good to me. Maybe drop it down a little bit now that we've tilted it. Okay. And essentially, we need to try and center it as best as possible. I'm going to use my alignment tool, but I'm only going to use it to center it across. I'm not going to center it like this, because, well, that also works kind of, but ultimately I want it to sit something like that. Okay. Now we're going to use our height tool. Over here, check the height. We're going to take another cylinder out. I'm going to emulate our spring. So it's 44 high by 14.5 and 14.5 here. And I'm going to see how this looks right now. Inside our, change the color so I can see it a bit better. Inside our spring housing, I'm going to just quickly make this disappear for a little bit. Okay, try and place it as best you can. But ultimately this is just a placeholder for our spring so we can see where it sits inside the head. I want this to be around there. Okay, and I'll bring back the head by clicking on the light bulb. Now you can see that there's a bit of space here. Okay. And of course, there's a little bit of protrusion. Now, as you can see, if I cut away the space, my bobble head is protruding over here at these points where I can see the spring. So we need to reposition our bobble head so that we avoid the protrusion. Now, this is not going to work. So what we need to do is we need to adjust the width of our spring. So I'm going to adjust it. Let's take it down to 10 by 10. And let's see what happens if I change this to 10 by 10. And in turn, I need to change my housing to accommodate the new spring size. So let's focus on that. Ungroup this. Change the inner one to 10 by 10. Oh, sorry, the outer one is going to be 12 by 12. The inner is going to be 10. Let's make it 10 by 10. Select both shapes again. Align to center, and I'm going to raise it up a little. So to make life a little bit easier, I'm going to take this out. I'm going to replace it with this. We'll align it. Group it. Well, actually, let's ungroup it. I'll just keep it like that for now. I'm going to use it with the head, but I do want to center it to the base. So I'll use the align tool. That looks good to me. And we'll drag our head back. Select our head and the base. Use the align tool again, just to center it that way. Now let's hide our head using the light bulb. Change this to solid. Bring the head back using the light bulb and see if there's any protrusion. That looks a lot better. Here we go. Awesome stuff. Now I'm going to hide my head again using the light bulb. This time I'm going to put a cylinder on the top of, or even better, I'll just select the bottom cylinder. I'll hold down the Alt key and lift it up. I'll make this a hole again, the red one. Just move the spring and I'll bring back the head. Now what this is going to do, it's going to add a top housing mechanism for the inside of the head, while at the same time we maintain our position and location of our spring. So that way we can see that the head is going to be in the place we want it to be as we set out. So I'll change my head back to a solid shape, and I will group the head. Okay. Now here we have a bit of a problem because we need to separate the head and the body. So what I will do is I'll hide this again and I'll duplicate this. Okay. I'll bring the head back. Oh, sorry, I just hit everything else. Bring the head back, and now I can take the head with the spring there. I can group that, and I can drag this to this. Do the same thing I did last time. Try and get it as center as possible first, and then select both shapes and align. Once again, group it. Two shapes over here, pop, and then select this and the base and align over here like that. And then finally we can group it, and now we have a base and a head with this housing for our spring. Brilliant. So this means our base and our head is done. I want you to turn your head upside down, so that when we print it, it will print the head, the flat side of the head. You can also, if you like, you can also do it sideways. Try and get it as flat as possible. Why we do this is we want as much contact as possible on our 3D printer. This will ensure that there's a strong, solid base to print from, because the 3D printer will print from the bottom up, and your base needs to be nice and solid so that as it moves across, it doesn't warp or shake the printer. Okay, now that that's done, our head and our body, we can select each one and export it. You can ask your teacher to do this, or you can do it yourself. Put it on a flash drive and give it to your teacher. So we click on each one and we just export. Okay, I'm going to end this part of the tutorial here. but I want you to stick around. We are going to do supports for our spring, which we've now changed the size of, in the next video.